Hello, everybody. Welcome to Connections Realty Group and Friends. I have my friend with me, Demetrius Lockett. I'm Stephanie Thomas, the broker of Connections Realty Group. And Demetrius, please tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
I am loan officer extraordinaire with Southeast Mortgage, and my job is to support the realtors and the buyers in terms of getting approved for the house, the money.
Okay, you're being real humble. How long you been doing this?
31 years now.
Uh-huh. So you know a thing or two, huh?
Yes, one thing, and I'm glad you asked that because one thing that I know for sure, and I'm glad we're doing the segment that we're doing today, is that things are always changing. You would think after doing something for so long that you would have it down packed. I know how to get the information, but the information is literally changing every single year.
Absolutely. So, and that's why we're here sharing at the top of the year, right?
Yes.
Because we want people to understand what little changes may happen. We've been talking about the blueprint, Demetrius,
Yes.
right?
Hmm.
Getting people ready to purchase their home, whether it's 2024 or 2025, right?
Right.
And so I want you to give, if somebody wants to be a homeowner, what document should they be getting prepared?
That's a full question. We're going to try and give it a full answer, but it's a variety of answers
Okay.
because just like we had mentioned on several other occasions, everybody's situation is different. God bless you. Um, it's the same thing with the documents. There's standard documents that everybody needs, and I'm going to tell you what those are. And typically, when I'm talking about documents, I'm talking about the documents you need for an FHA mortgage. An FHA mortgage is what most first time home buyers use to get their financing.
Okay.
So, depending on which program,
Right.
sometimes there's different documents, but this will pretty much cover most of them.
Right. So
Some of
put
them,
these in your folder.
absolutely. First of all, get a folder
Right.
or an envelope, a big old envelope, something. The basic documents that we're going to ask for, and then we'll dive into some
Right.
different ones. Driver's license and social security card, a copy of those. Your last two pay stubs, your last 2 years tax returns with the W-2s and 1099s attached. If you just do that, you're ahead of the game.
Okay.
But then as you are, like I said, it's different. That's pretty much a list for somebody that goes to work and gets a pay stub and a W-2.
Okay. So say those one more time.
Your last 2 years W-2s with the tax return attached. Your last two pay stubs, and really for pay stubs in the same envelope, just keep putting them in there because that's one of the documents that we have to continue to update.
Okay.
Your last bank statement and your ID and social security card.
Yo, that's it. Just to get
That's
started.
get started.
Because remember, we said everybody's blueprint is different and
Absolutely.
everybody's loan is different. So definitely that.
Yes.
Now, if you are 1099,
1099, which
what do
means
they
they're
need?
not taking taxes out. So 1099 is considered self-employed.
Right.
But you know what? You're considered self-employed too, and so am I,
Yes.
because we
Absolutely.
get commission,
Absolutely.
right? Um, which is interesting. We get commissions, but I still get a W-2.
Yeah, we don't. We
You
do
get a 1099.
1099s. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's why it's really important because everything's different. But if you're self-employed or receive a 1099 or have more than 25% of your income with commissions, you're going to need your last 2 years tax return. You won't need a pay stub because
Right.
obviously you pay yourself.
Right.
But be mindful again. What we're going to do with that tax return, I'll have a lot of people say I make $100,000 a year. Yes, you do. But your accountant said that you pay 99,000 in salaries and mileage. So you make $1,000 a year. I can't do very much with that. And
Absolutely.
then they say, well, my accountant's just doing whatever your accountant says to the government. We're believing that he's telling the truth.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
So those are the documents, y'all. Start to make your folder, right? Now, the other thing that we talked about since we do that, well, I'll tell you what,
Okay.
y'all got those documents, right? Know this, when your loan officer asks you for more things,
And he
that
will.
eh, Don't get upset. Just know that these are required documents. It's not your loan officer, it's the underwriter and the guidelines of that particular loan.
Right, because the underwriter's job is to check my work to make sure, and my processor's work to make sure every document that needs to go in there, like we talked about that list that I just gave you.
Right.
Well, if they have a 401k, now we need the 401k statement. We didn't get that. Or if they did a loan against their 401k, we might need to get information on that. Or if you're divorced, we need to get your divorce decree. If you have bankruptcy, we have to get your bankruptcy papers. You have to pay child support papers. So it's just a lot of different stuff.
So that's good because he just gave you 3 more depending on your situation.
Mhm.
Find those things because you're going to need them. And you don't want to be in a deal with the
Absolutely.
deadline.
And everything is
say,
on
"I need this."
deadlines.
Right. I need this. And you're like, oh, I'm out of work. And they keep calling me. Put the stuff in your folder, man. If you file bankruptcy, dig them papers up now.
Right.
If you got child support, dig them papers up now. If you get Social Security, dig those papers up now. Now, one
Absolutely.
thing I do want to give them
What's that?
is whatever you got, have all pages. Oh my God.
Oh, golly. Even if the page is blank.
Right. All pages.
All pages.
All pages. So listen, we gave y'all that. We're gonna go for a quick commercial break. And we'll be right back in just a moment.
If you're looking for a realtor who's patient, caring, knowledgeable, who's an expert negotiator, and doesn't quit until the job is done, then you're looking for my favorite realtor, Stephanie Thomas, whose motto is, it's not about being ready, it's about getting ready.
Welcome back. I know, hope you're eating your sandwich or your dinner. This is the lunch break, right? So we're talking about the documents that you will need. And Demetrius shared again, he gave you the basic ones, and we'll give it to you again, the standard ones. But please know that there are going to be additional things needed based upon what they find in the file.
So while Stephanie is finishing that up, if you don't have a pen and a piece of paper, get it now because I'm gonna give you that list again.
Thank you. All right. Did you get your pen? Hurry up. All right, Demetrius.
Okay. So it's just 4 documents. Maybe it's 5. ID and Social Security card. I call that 1. Your last bank statement. Your last 2 tax returns with the W-2s attached. And your last pay stub. Those are the standard documents for just about everybody unless you're self-employed. Then, of course, you won't have a pay stub. But the other documents still come true. And if you've been divorced, you need your divorce decree. You have to pay child support. You need your child support information. If you receive child support and want us to include it, we need proof that you've been receiving it. So make sure you're keeping up with that. There are your 401k statement. Even if you're not using that money for your down payment, it can help your approval because remember, the underwriter looks at the total package. So let's say maybe your debt is higher, but you've got more money, a 401k that you can jump into, and it will allow sometimes the approval to be approved where otherwise it would not.
Okay, now I just heard a little birdie sit on my shoulder and say, "Why did we ask us for so many documents?"
Because you want so much money. I mean, but really think about it. If
But
your
you gotta
friend
think
called you
about
and asked you for $200, you'd have some questions. 2,000, you'd have more questions. 20,000, you want to know all of their business, I'm sure. We're lending you hundreds of thousands of dollars, and people always say you can take the house back. Well, we don't want the house. And not to mention that we already own the house because you've only put down 3%. So we want to set you up in a position where you will be successful. So then you have the control.
I love that because I'm telling you, people say it all the time. They just act like, and I want y'all to understand
And it
this.
does take 30 days.
Right.
It typically takes about 21 to 30 days.
Right. And I need you to understand this. Some people take it so personal. They don't know you. Well, they act like I'm a. They don't know you. They're looking at this on paper. They don't know your integrity. They don't know your honesty. They don't know anything. So do not take it personal. When the loan officer, I'm gonna tell you one of the best things you can do when you buy a house. When a loan officer asks you for it, just roll your eyes and send it. Don't huff, puff. They asking for want my firstborn. They do. Right? And know
Yeah.
that that's just a part of the process.
It's part
And
of
the
the
faster
process.
you do it, the faster it is over. So again, y'all had those documents.
Absolutely.
Y'all know why they need it, when they need it. You know to send it when they ask you, and don't roll your eyes. That's fine, but send it anyway in a timely manner. And the only other thing I want to say, I think we can wrap this up with,
I'm
because I
gonna
know.
give you 2 tips when you
Yes,
finish.
please. No, you give the tips first.
Okay, 2 things to think about, because you were saying why and those kind of things. We're asking for your bank statement, and we're only getting the last 2 months at the most. What we're looking for, and I'm telling you this so that you can think through the process. We are gonna look at your bank statement. We're looking for any deposits that aren't from your payroll, so we can know what they are.
We're gonna talk about them do's and don'ts in another segment,
Oh,
because
well, sadly.
listen, they need to focus on those. They need to
It's
be
a
able to
lot
focus.
of them. It's a
Yeah,
lot of them.
but that's why we're gonna do something where they can focus
I
on that.
agree.
But right now, we just wanted to, y'all get your documents together. And the last thing I want you to remember this is there's a loan officer, there's a processor, and there's an underwriter.
Mm.
So do not get mad at the underwriter thinking if he asks me for one more thing, the underwriter who's saying, "Oh, go back and get this, go back and get that."
And a lot of times it's because you didn't send all the pages.
Absolutely. Or there's something else that doesn't, like putting the puzzle together. There's a piece that's missing.
And that's exactly what we're doing. We're putting a puzzle together.
Absolutely. And it need to look right, because that piece don't fit. You must have quit. No, I'm just joking. No, but
The underwriter's not the last person. Even somebody checks her work.
right. But just keep this in mind too, y'all. I have never met an underwriter. We call them the troll in the basement.
Yeah.
I don't even know who these people be. They be secret agents.
And
They
I
walk
have
up-
met many, and let me just share. They do get that reputation, but they're pretty good people. They're just really smart. And a good loan officer has a great relationship with the underwriter. Because that's the other thing, which I'm so glad about at Southeast, because our underwriters are all under the same roof.
Awesome.
Most of the time, it's a conversation. A lot of times, well, I won't say a lot of times, sometimes a loan can be rejected with one loan officer and you take it to another one. It's just because that other loan officer did a better job of telling the story to the underwriter.
Absolutely.
That's all.
All right, y'all. Well, you know what? I know you need to get back to lunch. I mean, back to work.
Or dinner
Right. Or go to bed.
or something.
Whatever time you watching this. Y'all, we appreciate it. Connections Realty Group with my friend Demetrius Lockett. Please give them their information where they can reach out to you.
You can reach me at 404-396-7445, or you can Google Demetrius Lockett, or you can call Stephanie. She'll give you my number too.
Absolutely. I was going to say don't call me, but yes, call me.
What's your number?
404-246-3841, and I promise we'll always take good care of you. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next clip.